Good morning.
But I want to say,
oh, madam. I saw so here.
Oh, yeah. Some do him some lose with ya. Edia Monday, no. A banner feeling also.
Now, we are lost.
Nede. Obias Roger trophy will say the other now.
Now, I say the trophy and I see a call no castle machine. So much and meaning to
Okasamba Ozumba GFE Cup.
And they are
I'm to someone on the ground. I do idiot.
Say,
he's I said, Coffee. Say be a find it. Bafidia and Quay crowd. It is a nurse a trophyless na.
Not a Uji trophy.
Yea. Nadia enjoy trophy.
Oh, massa.
Remember my Ashe City, Ashe and Ashe Chelsea.
And your trophy.
Nadia.
Level no from. So we'll last you the 15th. If you would be City just the next season, why are there? It's a whole nana moment. Yeah, we expecting more.
Cha. Yanko immediately.
United for the Bruno team assist 21 and celebrating.
He say Ballon d'Or he play a woman. And go for big to player 150. Yeah, both players for Ballon d'Or. Yeah, money di kula
who play a bena.
Hey, unte ano pe unte.
Who play a Ballon d'Or.
Ballon d'Or. Seneya ya Bruno.
Seneya ni.
Ah, neya ya Ballon d'Or. Bruno. What a team. Young committee o media ona o de po kan kre Chelsea team that way players here we why pa na Ballon d'Or see 300 grand di bebem 300
last Ballon d'Or there were Chelsea players in the Ballon
d'Or me can this year dey
dia injina ka say why do business season year one and last season there was Chelsea players in the Ballon d'Or
now
Copan was in the Ballon d'Or Moise Caicedo was in the Ballon d'Or.
No, yeah, to bozu bia mko jini dia.
Bastudo in the Ballon d'Or ko. Onje hwe, so be Ballon d'Or. Ti den ade ko Ballon d'Or. Third place. But United party. It's FA Cup final day no Ekoso at Wembley. I think the most disappointing part of the whole game, for me, NSA Chelsea lose the final. The most disappointing part is the magnitude with which Chelsea have lost finals at Wembley. It's the 7th consecutive final at Chelsea Akobo or Wembley. At Chelsea and Shea. And for me, that is the biggest problem. Plus, Sewasha, since Thomas Tuchel and Chelsea, Shea Man City in 2021, the last UEFA Champions League club Nigeria. Chelsea in Man City. City was some huge dominance on Chelsea. In fact, all of the clubs top clubs in Europe or England. The only club at Chelsea breaking the dominance this season was Liverpool. But Man United were dominance with Chelsea, so Man City were dominance with Chelsea, so Arsenal were dominance or Chelsea, so almost all of them was some dominance on Chelsea Football Club. I also want it. I
don't say where and I'm so on checking where your man.
I also want to.
No, maybe they meant but on no moment.
Also, cheat, where you food here.
Oh, Yammy, me complain.
You complain.
Yes, okay. Just how they Kofi Alonso, they make class and pay. Now, who pay the exam? I tell you, you obey them to now, and open my canal. Kofi Alonso, yes, sir.
Kofi Alonso.
So when you go, wabao. I did say, Edian, not so.
The problem now with FA Cup near Luciano. My hope was that in Quebec, you see this opportunity to break the jinx. Because with James and Kwako Wembley 4 times.
That is bad.
Or Kobe in all of the clubs in some form of transition. I didn't back with me go out to Ghana confidence is when you win cup trophies with CC. Any she crack Casemiro bar in England ever be Jumano. We winning one local trophy on the Premier League there, but they won that. Chelsea having the 7th consecutive time at Wembley and then losing in the final a big worry for them. But then again, I think it tells you one thing. Which the game in itself it talks about the fact that Chelsea team in itself is not bad. Certain things have gone wrong. Which Obi gave me reminded themselves of who Levi Cole is. Solid defender. I said it then and I'll say it again. If Chelsea probably had bought somebody in the stead of Levi Cole in January, maybe we wouldn't have been saying these stories. But of course, it was a night where our brand friend Joseph Guardiola awarded the 20th trophy. Rich, 20 trophies since he came to England. 20 trophies. That is about 9 seasons or so. 20 trophies. Or averaging at least 2 trophies per season. That is what Joseph Guardiola and he took a wonderful goal scored by our brand friend Antoine Semenyo on the day and it released our match. Rich, see a Black Stars, see a build a team around somebody. It has to be Antoine.
Say World Cup we are going. He is
so important. I see a boy who
yeah.
Because if you look at the goal that he scored, it started from somewhere. And Rich, Antoine,
and your chance
if they're able to, I don't want to look at the finishing per se. I want to look at how he got there. In the game minutes, he was playing as a winger. And then Ellen Haaland or no striker and a call why they got cross ball by. And it is also because Pep Guardiola team they don't play with natural fullbacks. Nico Oriali, Matthias Nunes, are not natural fullbacks. So Unya proper fullback man, and then gives him cross like this, that he has the ability to improvise and get a goals for you, and that is what our brand friend Antoine Semenyo Edema. The goal our brand friend Antoine Semenyo share means that in all competitions for a Ghanaian, Antoine Semenyo beat the record that was already there for this is not Anthony Yeboah, this is Tony Yeboah. Abrano no Leeds United. What TV shares our goals on men. That is a very, very good one for Ghana and of course Joseph Guardiola. Which I was not surprised. Say Yeboah game some journalists ever started breaking the news of Xabi Alonso. Now I'll tell you the entire mama. Which so be care. Medical about Xabi Alonso who analysis was say and the list of coaches are rich. Almost possibly they can become the next Chelsea managers. And I told you that the most all round, I will take all of the boxes near Xabi Alonso. Now at the ABC on the Friday night, for me, I think that was the trigger to Chelsea quickening their steps on Xabi Alonso. Liverpool want to call away to Aston Villa. It lose by 4 goals to 2. I have a feeling that because before then the report was that Alonso now has said that he accepts the Chelsea project. Or who they say problem be anyhow. And uncommon to us. Which I think that evening, Liverpool lose here. Chelsea felt that said, your boss is really. Now, and as well performances last 2 matches not still are that bad no many Champions League. Although Liverpool have believed that they will not sack Arne Slot, they will go into the market and probably let Arne Slot go.
I know my Xabi Alonso.
It's a Liverpool back. Not so a coach. Xabi Alonso to choose between Chelsea and Liverpool. He will choose Liverpool.
We go ahead in the former team.
The legend of the club. It is easier for him to adapt to Liverpool than he is to in London or Chelsea. So I feel that at that point, Chelsea finally knew that no. We need to accelerate the process of Alonso saying, no, you penna. Then you have free Jimmy and FA Cup. I am certain that they are told David Osteen, Jacobs Ben, Fabrizio Romano, they are told them, say, Alonso, but you can't bring the information out until after the FA Cup game. And more so, then it is for our fans, at least, to latch onto something, which is very important. Which Alonso nko wona me be dinne. Me know about Bedino from a perspective that you will love. And you bedino from a personality point of view, you bedino from a tactical point of view, me bedino from the context of Chelsea point of view. Now, first off, Xabi Alonso player as a player, yes, starting free. Or you're the first ever player in the history of the English Premier League. Or say or completing 1,000 passes as a player in the midfielder or Premier League. It had not happened before. Now, Xabi obviously comes from the Andalusia region of Spain. And Xabi as a young player, at Real Sociedad. Real Sociedad no, something unusual happened. Now Rafa Benitez, from Spain, Liverpool. And as a Spanish player, he was able to quickly move from Real Sociedad, not to Barcelona, not to Madrid, but then to Spain, to Liverpool in England, under Rafa Benitez. And the rebuild of Liverpool in getting them to be successful, he was part of it. It was a double pivot of any adventure for Stevie G of this, which it was that Liverpool rebirth, trying to re-establish Liverpool as a top side in England. That is where he started. Or a 6. Whitney was at 8. Those times it was a double 6 that they used to play. He formed such a solid partnership with Stevie G to the extent say, I'm ready for Liverpool. Stevie G said he feels like a part of him is gone. And before he had left, he had helped Liverpool to make sure say certain clubs be an entire show almost at time, they had stopped that, completed 1,000 passes as a midfielder. It's Real Sociedad, and the Benitez played long time at Liverpool, went there. Then Sobekaya. In and around 2007, 2008, that Spanish team that started dominating. Luis Aragonés himself, Xavi Hernandez, Sergio Busquets, all of these quality midfielders. No, those was Spain team. They had won the Euros in 2008. But this coincided around the time as Barcelona had dominating. It was Spain. Pep Guardiola had been promoted from the Barcelona B side to come and coach the Barcelona senior team. He had met the same midfielders as Xabi Alonso and the Spanish national team. Again, Xavi Hernandez, Iniesta, Busquets, all of these guys. Pep were dominating Spain. So Madrid wanted to rebuild. In the summer of 2008, that is when Madrid said that, okay, under Manuel Pellegrini, let us start to build the players that we want. They went to England. They took a certain Cristiano Ronaldo from Manchester United. In that still side of England, they went on to take Xabi Alonso from Liverpool and then plugged him out of Liverpool team, sent them to Football Club Real Madrid. First season under Manuel Pellegrini, they didn't get success. But everybody knows in the history of Madrid, say, Abrana Madrid for the Mama turning the fortunes of the club around. In that time where Barcelona were dominant, it was Jose Mourinho that came in, used Xabi Alonso, use Cristiano Ronaldo, use Higuaín, use Mesut Ozil, use Kedira to topple Football Club Barcelona to an extent. Madrid finally winning a league title at that point in time. So what it means is that before Xabi Alonso had won a league title as a player, nobody had Euros, nobody had the World Cup. Before he went on to win the league title with Football Club Real Madrid or 1980 Spain, played in the team to the extent of Kokoje, the Dio de Cima, as the 10th title, Obeka in the final, the semi-final against Football Club Bayern Munich, it was very integral. Final, you'll be an extra yellow card. He didn't play in the final, but it's still on the bench. People could tell. Midfielder will be able to say ball on him, but on said that he too much of a physical tackler, although very intense. So Xavi has an excellent career. From then, he went to join Josep Guardiola or Bayern Munich. Played the football also there. Then later on, left the club to come and coach. He also said that the second side, then Madrid with also junior side. Then later on got a job at Bayern for Leverkusen. It's rich. What I'm trying to say is that from the player point of view,
or personality,
Xabi Alonso is well traveled. The biggest issue on Maresca war when he was coming to Chelsea was that he wasn't a known face.
So Abanizan went to be successful.
No, rush it, Richie.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
no problem.
The biggest problem that Xabi Alonso, Maresca had when he was coming to Chelsea was that he wasn't a known face. Obiang said that who is Enzo Maresca. The best thing he had on his CV was that he had qualified Leicester City and an assistant to Josep Guardiola. Was not enough. And then, certain things did not go on right. Xavi has that, number one. Rich, number two on Xavi is what he has done as a coach. Now they also said that first division 2 side, Omun qualify and come in. Omun promotion in a long time. Xavi gave them that. Madrid for and crown or the Omun whole season unbeaten. That of course is also not enough. But in the summer where he was going to go to Bayern for Leverkusen, now Leverkusen for the 17th German Bundesliga, which ends up Leverkusen for history as a club. The best they've had was in the year 1988, where they won an European trophy and won the DFB Pokal. But then since then, the closest they had come was in 2002. Over in 2002, Leverkusen were able to get a 5 points gap ahead of the span in the German Bundesliga. Almost the Champions League final with Football Club Real Madrid. And then the new year, when you go to Germany, They call Leverkusen Neverkusen. They come close, but never really wins it. See, about a little bit of an albatross around the club until Xabi came in. The sporting director there, Simon Rose, essentially bought the players for him. And Rich, the rest they say is history.
Unbeaten the whole season.
Unbeaten.
Senya Lantern is show mo.
Yeah.
Our Europa na. Kasi na.
But Rich, I know this uncle. We focus on the season he went unbeaten. The season before. Not the very first time only Jose Mourinho, on one the former coach. Jose was at Roma, so here now Roma AJ, I think the Conference League or so. Only this year, Oko away to Rome. Jose Mourinho SN 1-0. Oba back to Leverkusen on the ball 0-0. Xavi said that was the time that changed his mind. The season before, not about expansive Pep but he knew that to be successful as a manager, he has to be able to vary the tactics and get a success as a manager and make sure say the teams know any team and they be consistently on many results. Rich, maybe ACMA on Xabi Alonso. Then it comes back to a question about the same.
About the same. Well, take a box here.
Yeah.
So what happened? And I remember the doing successful.
Which in there, you say Xavi will not succeed at Madrid. So Bekaya, it was the Supercopa de España final. I think it was in Saudi Arabia. Not Xavi ba Madrid, you know. Before Sobebano, not Madrid coach again to me, she has it a flake in an El Clasico. Xavi was the first coach. Or Madrid coach or Beshe Hansi it a flake in an El Clasico. The next one was in the Supercopa de España. Which Uncle was actually Supercopa de España. Xavi called the players. Vini Jr., Thibaut Courtois, Mbappe. Say, "Enke Oma Madrid for no, Oma Barcelona for no, a guard of honor." Now come on 19 fem, and then congratulate them for winning. Of course, none of the Barcelona Madrid players. And I reached G2 who said we were going to give mass. In fact, there is a video so where Mbappe mo catch it so which at that time. That is what the club Madrid gives more power to the players than the coach. Into who as a coach, you are only clutching onto straws unless you are in the good books of the players. And Rich, 23 players, 24, 25. And a constant you are going to be in their good books. I don't use Madrid players the issue to rate him or look at what is going to look like at Chelsea. We are didn't come up at Madrid is the fact that about 3 back El Leverkusen, or most of the times 4 back El Madrid. It means that Xavi is not necessarily a 3-back manager. He is versatile. He can play a 3, he can play a 4. Right? Finally on Xabi Alonso. I mean, statement to him offensive. The biggest problem at Chelsea the biggest thing Chelsea have done with Xabi Alonso is going to be their biggest problem. Instead of Maresca, only experience. Into Omar Man the title manager, meaning that he wasn't involved in purchases and all of that. They have given it to Xabi Alonso. Rich, the final statement is that Xabi Alonso doesn't have a history of building clubs. Obi Obekacho said he built Leverkusen. That wasn't it. It was Simon Rose that built the club, and then of course at even football club Real Madrid, Carreras, Mastantuano, and Abranche Feni United were also bought for him. That is the little tricky issue for Abranche Feni Xabi Alonso. We'll see how it pans out.
This week, the
what's here for Afena and the coach already. So you person could maybe go to the social media handles. Now Kofa coach na season A and the first guy can find Kofi.
Yeah, that's Kofi Alonso. And at your formatting can now pay.